Hello, my name is Elaine Rosas, and I'm presenting today for the Attracting and Retaining Volunteers. This portion is for Module 3, the importance of a volunteer program. I want to thank the board and thank everybody today for joining us for this meeting of the Somali Bantu Association of America. I wanted to take this time today to propose a new volunteer needs assessment strategy and a volunteer description strategy for the Somali Bantu Association of America. Brief overview. The mission statement for the Somali Bantu Association of America is to provide the guidance and services needed to empower and aid Somali Bantu and other refugees as they integrate into American society. Currently, SBAOA runs two core programs, and that's the Employment Program and the ESL program. SBAOA is looking to strengthen the existing programs and to add an additional program, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. This would aid refugees in doing their taxes at the end of the year. The software will be provided by SBAOA, and the people that we're looking to train will be trained on the software that has come in. They don't necessarily have to be CPAs. We do prefer that, but they can also be people that are willing to be trained. What I'm proposing today is to enlist these volunteers is to have the board review, approve, and take on the strategy of the Volunteer Involvement Framework, which is this portion right here. This is the framework, the Volunteer Involvement Framework, and I'll go through what each section means here in a second. Now, the mission of Somali Bantu is to integrate refugees into American society, and I feel that by integrating the community into SBAOA, we can create a mission-driven volunteer program. Much of the work that needs to be done will take highly skilled professionals and trained professionals, and to assist the organization in a needs assessment, I have handouts for each of you. The Volunteer Involvement Framework. This will assist the organization with recruiting short-term volunteers and long-term volunteers. So what the framework entails is, first we have to, as a board and as an organization, we have to keep an open mind and really assess the organization and remember that volunteers can do any type of work. We can have someone that does maybe 3 hours on the weekend to work in the community garden, or we can have office management and bookkeeping done also by volunteers. We don't want to just keep them in a short-term organization-driven mission. We can bring them in to help strengthen the organization from within. We would have to keep an open mind on that and brainstorm with fellow staff members as well as key volunteers that we currently do have here at SBAOA. We want to take stock of where we are and where we hope to go. Of course, acclimating refugees into American society, and then strengthening the programs of employment and ESL, which will help them to be mission-driven. Did I run out?
No, go.
Okay, sorry. So the next one is what we want to do is, of course, we want to allocate funding to be sure that we have someone to review the program and to facilitate the volunteer program. On the framework, we're going to move from short-term and long-term on here. Affiliation focus, meaning the organization focus, Somali Bantu Association, and here it's going to be skill focused. In each coordinate I put an example. Again, this is something, these are just examples, and what we want to do as an organization is get together and brainstorm and take a look at this. For this affiliation focused and short term, we could have a volunteer building the SBAOA Community Garden. For the affiliation focused and long term, we can bring in someone who's willing to do 3 months at a time in order to do the volunteer income tax program. When we move over here to the short term skill focus, we're looking at interns to possibly facilitate the employment program, to bring in intakes. This is going to be something where they're going to use their skills of social work to bring in the refugees and to understand how to do the filing systems and things like that. Next, we have the skill focused and long term, where we can bring in an office manager, a bookkeeper. We can even look into bringing in attorneys to do immigration and citizenship referrals, some things like that, where we can team up with that. I know there might be a small cost to that, but we can begin to volunteer, or at least make volunteer descriptions, which is my next handout. Here I have prepared an volunteer income tax preparer job description, so then if the board can go over, it's going to be contact information, when it's posted, the volunteer description, requirements, the time commitment of 3 months, skills and qualifications. Again, this is going to vary from which coordinate they come from on the framework. And then the benefits of volunteering for this position, of course, is going to be to receive ongoing training and support, receive an IRS certified tax preparer, help make a substantial difference in the lives of clients. Again, this is just examples of things that we can go through. I was hoping that we could adopt this strategy and discuss this in further board meetings. Thank you.